Well, hello everyone. This is Mr. Blue 2 Tarot, and I wanted to do some tarot lessons for people. I think it's important for everyone who wants to learn the tarot to, maybe just get a little bit of a start, get some, basic knowledge or encouragement from someone. And since I've been reading for, I don't even want to say 40 something years, I thought it would be fun to just kind of share where I'm coming from. I'm going to use this beautiful Tarot of the Moon Garden. It's my favorite deck. I've had 3 copies of this deck now. And I just think it's really important to love your deck, to connect with the artwork of your deck. So to start off with, I would say if you're going to buy a tarot deck, look at your deck and just look at the imagery and see if it speaks to you. The color, the symbolism. Because ultimately, you have to get an impression. You have to take and derive meaning and feeling and combine that with your intuition to bring the messages through with your cards. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off with just working on one suit, and we're going to start with the minor arcana. And for those of you who don't know, there's a major and a minor arcana. Your minor arcana are your numbered and your court cards. And your major arcana is destiny cards. They usually have a name: the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, blah, 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 blah. Those are powerful destiny cards. Those are things that the universe is throwing your way or bestowing upon you. They can be, ancestral guidance. They can be just amazing universal powers of influence. So we're going to start this with each lesson being a suit. So we'll do the cups one day, we'll do the swords one day, we'll do the staffs one day, and then we'll do the major arcana, and then the swords, of course. So today, I thought it would be fun to start off with the cups. So I put them in order, and I think it's just, kind of nice to go through them. I'm going to try to make it really simplified, and, that's what you want to do, is you want to simplify it. Don't be overwhelmed. It can be overwhelming to think, oh my God, look at all these things I have to memorize. No. First, you have to memorize what each suit is. So we're going to start today with the cups. And with that in mind, every card is probably going to have a beautiful image with a cup in it. And the cups will be different sizes, in different positions, and different things happening with those cups. So whatever's happening with the cups, often the imagery is the meaning itself. So for instance, this is the Ace of Cups. So we're going to start with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is like the one. It's the beginning. It is the seed that is fertile. It is a very powerful, powerful omen. So as you see with this one, you have the moon reflecting fully all the brilliance, all the brightness, all the power. And you have a beautiful white dove. And the white dove is bringing the cross or an emblem and dropping it into a giant cup. That cup is full and overflowing. You can see things flowing out of the cup. So cups symbolize the emotion, heart, love, friendships, cooperation, everything that pertains to our humanness and our soul. So you would say, okay, this is the one. So it's a beginning. It's the beginning of something. It is a huge gift. It can mean things like the beginning of a love, the beginning of friendship, the beginning of a mutual collaboration, the beginning of, a reconciliation, the birth of something, because you see that something is being brought into this very large cup. The thing to understand about the ace is that anything that happens with the ace is always, they're an ace. They trump everything else. So in other words, anything that happens, if someone is asking you, oh, will this love work out or something, and you get the Ace of Cups along with something else, it's saying this is something that is solid. This is something that will come to fruition. This will manifest. It is the good seed. It is the powerful light. It is that which will not fail. Okay? So there we have our beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups. Put that right there. Now we're going to move to the Two of Cups. So again, twos can be two different things in the deck. Okay? A two can be cooperation, right? Things coming together. 1 and 1 is 2. So often 2 means love, getting together, meeting someone, the beginning of something. Not just the beginning, but it's the, you know, it's the second date, it's the third date, it's the fourth date, it's marriage. It's two things that are coming together. In this, you'll see a crescent moon, so that's representing like romance right there. But look at the big butterflies, how joyously they're flying up to the sky. And the cups are side by side. It's like there's a bigger cup and a little cup, almost like you would see on a wedding cake. So the Two of Cups can represent cooperation, meeting someone, two people coming together, the beginning of a love. It can mean everything like that. Everything. It can mean meeting your best friend, finding someone that you just really are in sync with and have a lot in common with. So there you have it, the beautiful Two of Cups. Now we go to the Three of Cups. So 1 and 1 is 2. If you add another 1, you have 3. So 3 cups, do you see the 3 kids here? And the moon, of course, full and reflecting. 3 is a number of fertility. It's, 3 things that come together on the tree of life when you have the male and the female, and then you have a child, right? Or you have, the bee pollinating a plant, and then you have a beautiful orange or an apple or a pear or something. So 3 represents the birth of something. It represents expanding your family. It can also mean for some people getting a pet. Sometimes, I'll read someone, I'll go, oh, wow, you get the card of having a baby, but they've already had kids, they're older. But they're like, oh, well, I just got a dog. So it's expanding your family. It's growing something. It's, your world becoming bigger, your family becoming bigger. It's something manifesting itself. So again, we have the 3, like nymphs here. They're just joyfully popping out of the cups. The garden is got little stars in the flowers. The flowers are of joyous colors. You have the green of, the earthly possessions. So, just because it's a cup doesn't mean it doesn't pertain to security or wealth, because in your positive cups, those things wouldn't be happening if other good things weren't happening. So you can also say, that the 3 has to do with, things being good on a lot of ways, not just emotionally, but life is going well also. You have all your needs fulfilled. So that's our beautiful 3 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups is a really interesting card, and people know a lot about the 4 of Cups. People interpret the 4 of Cups very, very differently. I love this particular deck because it very clearly shows 3 cups in the background. Those are her cups. And you see the one big cup in front of her, and she's sitting like just very still. She's contemplating. But there's this big cup, and she's kind of looking at that big cup. Well, what she's looking at there is an offering. An offer has been made. Some people say, oh, it's a bad offer. Or some people say, oh, it's a good offer. I don't say it's a good or a bad offer. It's an offer that is 3/4 of what you want. She has 3 of her own cups, but this big cup is being offered to her. So it's an offer that needs to be seriously considered. You may or may not want that offer, but it's solid, you see, because it comes in the number 4, and 4 is a number of a solid foundation. It's not a number of excess. It's not a number of joy. It would be like if you were dating someone who had a great career and, their family was okay, but maybe, they were boring, or maybe they weren't everything you want, or, maybe you'd have to relocate for them. So it's an offer that's like, it's a very good, serious offer, but it's only, it's not everything you want. It's a lot of what you want, but it's something to be taken very seriously, okay? So that is the beautiful 4 of Cups. Don't take it as a negative card. It is not a negative card. And some of you are going to ask, well, you're not giving us the reverse meanings. I don't read cards in reverse, and I'll tell you why. It's like writing in cursive. There is enough information out of this deck with all these cards, with your major arcana and your minor arcana cards, that you don't need You don't need any more. You don't need to read reverse cards. You can read them all upright and get all the meanings that you need. So don't even pay attention to reverse meanings yet. That's like writing cursive. Once you've mastered your cards, great. Then, if you want to start reading reverses, go right ahead. Now, the Five of Cups. You see, and this is what I'm going to get to with there's enough, of challenging information and scenarios within the deck. So here in the Five of Cups, 5 can represent change. It can be represented by Mercury, the planet Mercury, communication, change, busyness. But you'll see there's 3 cups laying down. Those cups are spilt. The castle's way out of reach. Do you see it? The castle's way behind the cloud. You can't get to that castle. There's 2 full cups. But so the 5 of Cups represents kind of crying over spilt milk or disappointment. It's like there's still some good there, but there's also a lot there that's not good. And so this is a disappointment in love. It's kind of like a love that just, really wasn't enough of what you wanted. It can mean walking away from love. That 5 can be motion. It can be change. It can be, Mercury, communication. Maybe the communication was bad. Something of that nature. So there you have it. There's your 5 of Cups. Now here's your 6 of Cups. Immediately it changes. The 6 is about celebration. It's about family, going to weddings, going to birthday parties. 6 is a number of beauty, balance, and family. It's of reunion. A 6 of Cups in a reading could mean you're going to be invited to a party. You're going to be invited to a wedding. You're going to have a graduation party. There's a reason to celebrate with the 6 of Cups. Do you see? The cups are on the wall of the castle. So that's your castle. The castle is no longer out of reach. You're part of that castle. You're being invited in, or else that's your own castle. Everything is blooming. Everything is framed within the beautiful epithets of the card. And so once again, the 6 of Cups, it's beauty, it's balance, it's celebration, having enough to go around, being with people that you love. Now the 7 of Cups. Okay, so the 7 of Cups, in this 7 of Cups, the 7 of Cups is, I want to say, it's not a happy card and it's not really a negative card. It's kind of a card that just reassesses where you're at. With the 7 of Cups, again, do you see the castles in the sky? So I like to say, what this card means is there's some disappointment because you've built castles in the sky. Someone has been kind of more in their head about something, unrealistic expectations. That's really what the 7 of Cups is talking about. It's talking about, putting someone on a pedestal, or, building someone up too much, or jumping to a conclusion. Those people who meet someone and like within 3 dates, they're like, oh my God, this is my perfect person, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they don't realize that person does use the bathroom. They fart. They, watch porn online. They do all kinds of weird stuff. They're not perfect. And so this is a card of kind of building castles in the sky, unrealistic expectations. The 8 of Cups is also a kind of a cup of mixed blessing. It's a cup of change. It's not like everything is bad, but the moon is kind of looking down. Do you see the face on the moon? Let's see that face on the moon. Do you see that? The face on the moon is kind of like Father Moon looking over you going, what's going on? Some of the cups are upside down, some are sideways. They're not all spilt. So this cup can mean, apprehension. It can mean, you're having second thoughts. Maybe you need to work on a relationship. There's a relationship that it's not destroyed, but it definitely could use a little bit of work. Or you're thinking about it, or it's just something, there's something unstable about it. It's not full of joy. There's some joy, there's some not joy. It's not necessarily walking away and moving on, but it's not perfect and celebratory either. So it's kind of an in the middle card. So as you can see, that's why you don't need to read them upside down. There's enough good, bad. There's enough very clear messaging within every single suit. Now the 9, some people call this the wish fulfillment card. 9 is a number of attainment, manifestation. Here you see this person she's laying in her cups. She's just happy as can be. All her cups are full. She's got a foot in one cup. She's got part of herself in the other cup. The butterfly is flying up towards the moon, which is reflecting beautifully. That cobweb there over the moon, it's like a dream catcher. So this is wish fulfillment, wish attainment. It means that everything is there. This is hedonistic pleasure, joy, having everything, not having everything, but something being fulfilled. Something has been maintained, and because of that, you're getting what you want. So the 9 is a really powerful, great card in a reading. It means joy and wish fulfillment. The 10 of Cups, again, beautiful, beautiful card. It is, all the cups are upright, they're gleaming, they're shining, the butterflies are dancing. You have all these different colors. So in these 10 of Cups, they're really, really shining gold. There's the purple and the yellow on the butterfly and the blue, and every color, and the green. The fact that there's every color here, and you see how the little antennas of the butterfly look like hearts? This is like saying you're just so happy, you're beaming, everything is there. And this card, it's not just wish fulfillment, but it's being fulfilled with someone else. And it's very much like the Sun card, but we're not going to go into the Sun card today. So it's 10, it's perfection. It truly is, having everything you want, everything working out really perfectly. And again, 10 is a number of, in this anyway, in the 10 of Pentacles, it's manifestation personified. It's like you're ready to go to another level. It's just an amazing crescendo of attainment. Now we go into court cards. We have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups can be like a young person. It can be it can represent a child, someone who's very emotional, someone who is a water sign. And all of your court cards in cups are water signs. Those water signs would be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. So you have the Page of Cups, a young person. The Knight of Cups, okay, that's the bringer of love. Do you see the cup is being offered here? So the Knight, that's a young man, or it's an offer of love. It can be a love offering. You have the Queen of Cups. She's the queen. She's mature. She has her cups. She's beautiful. She's generous. She's non-judgmental. She's deeply intuitive. She's a warm mother. Her home smells good. Her heart is full of love. She is, she's just effervescent and glowing, and, she gives her love freely to anyone and everyone. Okay? She truly is the queen of the heart. And then you have the King of Cups. So again, he's the king. He is completely complete. He's a mature man. He's a Pisces. He's a Scorpio or a Cancer. Your king and your queen, those aren't offerings of love. Those are people who would be in your life. Either mothers, fathers, lovers, friends, aunts, uncles. But they're people who are mature. Your king and your queen, they're not young. They're not babies. They're not the page. They're not youthful. They're not full of folly. They're not immature. They're wise. But the thing is, because it's in the cups, these are areas of emotion. These are people, your king and queen, these are people who understand the heart. They understand emotion. They understand family. They understand life. They understand relationships. And they offer that up very freely and very beautifully. Okay, so there you have it. You have just had your first lesson on tarot in the Suit of Cups. So I'm going to put that right there. And please tune into the others.